Ta-da! Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Gwen TOEIC Speaking Live Show. And this is Gwen, the Korean girl Gwen. Yes, and today I'm dressed up in traditional Korean clothes called hanbok. Yes, it's beautiful, isn't it? It has all these floral patterns on the sleeves. And I braided my hair. And this is the ribbon that ties the top wear here like this, and I'm wearing the skirt on the bottom. Actually, I want to show you guys the skirt. It's the pink color. Yes, I'm wearing this outfit because it's going to be the Korean New Year's holiday next week. Yes, it's starting Monday, but actually a lot of people are leaving to go to their hometown despite having lots of Omicron virus spreading around. But I'm here to be with you guys on Friday evening as usual. I guess you guys saw the video that I uploaded last week that we were really busy creating videos and everything, so we weren't able to do the live last Friday, but instead I'm doing it this Friday. And because, like I said, it's the Korean New Year's Day soon, I'm dressed up in the Korean clothes called hanbok. Yeah. I'm sure you guys are very familiar with hanbok these days because a lot of celebrities, the Korean celebrities, are wearing hanbok on lots of TV shows. Thank you, Anisha, RKP. Yes, thank you for your compliment. Hyun, it's the Korean outfit. It's hanbok. Yeah, I happen to have one of these outfits because my student, actually a long time ago, her mother was a hanbok designer, and she gave me a pair of hanbok as a gift after 6 months of taking my classes. So yeah, I have this beautiful hanbok. We don't wear this clothes that often, but yeah, it's a special day, so I decided to wear this. Hello, Keiko. Thank you for your compliment. You're so beautiful, so gorgeous. Thank you. I feel like I'm not myself today because normally we don't wear this clothes. We don't wear hanbok that much. So yeah. Hello, Ellen. Yes, you're from Taiwan. Taiwan is a country that I love. Yes, I love your food culture. I love the people there. You guys are so kind and nice and very generous. Actually, all the people that I know in Taiwan. Are you from Taipei? Which part of Taiwan are you from? Let me know. Yes. Ellen. All right. And Eric. Hanbok. Yes, it is hanbok. It's the traditional Korean hanbok. I'm wearing it because it's the Korean New Year's Day. It's actually the eve of the eve, right? I wear this clothes maybe once a year. If I feel like it, maybe twice a year. One's for Chuseok, which is the Thanksgiving Day in Korea, and one is for the Seollal. Yes. Oh, you're from Taipei. Uh-huh. Okay. So yeah, today that's why I'm wearing the Korean outfit called hanbok. I don't know the proper way of wearing this. There are some proper ways that you have to follow, but when you don't wear something that often, you get to forget about it, even though you learned it in school, so it's really hard. But anyway, I'm dressed up in hanbok. I feel a little excited today and have this pink ribbon on my hair. And I have a lot of you coming in. I believe China, Taiwan, Vietnam, and Japan, all of us, we share this Lunar New Year, tradition, right? Oh, you're working, you're working for LJ Innotech in Vietnam, really? So that's why you're studying TOEIC speaking, I guess. Well, welcome to the show, yes. I heard that people in Vietnam also have this kind of a Lunar New Year festival kind of thing, right? Yeah. So we all share this Eastern culture where we do celebrate the Lunar New Year's culture festival. So yeah, I feel very excited. Hi, Tadashi. Yes, I've been seeing your posts on Instagram, and you've been taking lots of pictures and videos of the food and the places that you were visiting. Mm-hmm. Harley Nguyen, yes, true in Vietnam. Yeah, I saw some special food that you guys eat in Vietnam for the Lunar New Year. What about you guys in Japan? Do you guys like celebrate the Lunar New Year's? We do in Korea, but I wonder if you guys do in Japan. Let me know. Mai, I'm looking forward to watching your live. You are finally here and you will be watching the live. Yes, I am sorry, guys. I know I promised you that I would be here on the 21st, but I wasn't able to, so that's why I'm here today, putting on my little outfit show, the Korean traditional clothes called hanbok. Fam, Zeni, hello teacher. I've known your channel recently and your lessons really helped me get to know TOEIC a little bit more. Thank you for your work. Wish you a happy Lunar New Year. Wish you a happy Lunar New Year too, fam. Yes. Thank you for stopping by. Actually, when you participate in the live show, it's much more helpful than just watching the recorded live show because you can participate and you can actually share your answers and you can ask me questions, anything about anything related to English. Not only about TOEIC speaking, but you can always ask me any questions related to your English studies, okay? So feel free to share your answers and let me know what you want to ask. Okay, so today I have prepared a set of tests that was held in Korea in January 2022. Oh, dear friend. Hi, Gwen. I got level 7 after watching your channel 2 years ago, but it's expired already, so tomorrow I have to take a new test. I'm worried about it. Well, don't worry. If you had already gotten level 7 before, I'm pretty sure your level is at somewhat high level. So if you practice enough and if you get to know what kind of questions appeared recently, then you should be able to achieve level 7 again. Yu Kai-hyun-님, why did you raise your hi? I saw that hi. Yes, hi Kai-hyun-님. Hello, Yu Kai-hyun-님. Akiko, no, not in Japan. I don't know why we don't. Well, I guess you guys celebrate the actual solar calendar New Year, which already happened. Yeah, but I think in times like this, like with COVID and everything, and us everything is so gloomy and stores close down so early, it's actually really hard to celebrate something so festive, but still it's better than having it than not having it. So we feel a little bit excited. The government's been warning people, and the TV shows and news, they've been warning that we shouldn't go to our hometowns because we might be, spreading the virus more, the Omicron version. But I got my third shot actually. Oh, let me show you my vaccine pass. I have that a vaccine pass where I can use it internationally. So whenever I visit another country, I can show. Where's the English version? I want to show you guys my English version. Oh. Well, so here it is. This is my vaccine pass. It's too white, so it doesn't show on the screen. It's too blurry, but it says here that I got all my three shots. I got my third shot last week, and I didn't have any kind of reaction, so that was weird. I wasn't sick after my first, second, and third shot, so I guess I was lucky. And then it said my name, and I got all Pfizer. All three of them were Pfizer's, and the last one that I got was January 21st, which was last Friday. Yes. So, this is my vaccine pass. I have to show this to people at the customs if I get to go abroad. Yeah, I got it. They're talking about getting the fourth shot, but we're not sure. We haven't gotten any official announcement yet. Trin Lin, welcome to the show. Trin, hi teacher, it's my first time to join your live class. I've watched your previous classes, which help a lot. Thank you very much, and Happy Lunar New Year. Happy Lunar New Year to you too. Furthermore, I like your outfit. That's awesome. Thank you for the compliment. It's the Korean hanbok. It's hanbok. So we bow with this hanbok like this. We do something like this. Yeah, no, like this. And then, you know, our grandmother or grandfather or anybody who's older than us would give us some allowance for saying, like, you know, Happy New Year to them and saying good luck. Hi, Gwen. It's my first time joining your live show. I've been watching your videos these days, and I'm going to have SW test on February 20th. I'm kind of nervous. Happy Lunar New Year to you. Well, don't be so nervous, Cindy. Yeah, you'll be doing great. You'll do great. Don't worry. Jeremy, hi, teacher. I just finished my exam last Sunday. I hope we could get level 7. Thanks very much for your helpful videos. Oh, you did? Ah, yes. Well, Jeremy, you are already an ace in the show, in this channel, so I have no doubt that you'll get level 7. So just relax, chill, and lay back, okay? All right, so let's get into part 1, and this is the first passage of the day. Some of the words that actually appeared on the test are something like collection, or festival. We see this word all the time, the word festival. Make sure you get the right F sound, festival, or the word like celebrate. Now, a lot of Korean people would have a problem making that right S sound because we have a very similar sound, but when we read it in Korean way, it would sound like celebrate. But it's got to be a stronger S sound, so it's got to be celebrate. Okay? And scented, it means it's been like, you know, it has some artificial smell on that, you know, or in that product. Scented. And lastly, advertisement. Now, this word, if you read it in a British English way, then it would be advertisement. But overall, when you're reading the whole passage in, you know, American English way accent, then it's better to say advertisement. Okay? All right, so let me read this passage for you guys. If you're planning to decorate your house with a warm, welcoming atmosphere, then visit the Hummingbird's Nest this weekend. We are holding a festival to celebrate the launch of our new scented candle collection. For more details, check our online advertisement. Okay, so if you would like to hear some of the words that appeared on the passage, let me know by typing the word in. Decorate, the word decorate. It's the first syllable, the first vowel stress. The stress goes on the first syllable. Decorate. Okay? And the word atmosphere has the first syllable stress. So it shouldn't be atmosphere. I hear some students say atmosphere. It's not it's at. It's atmosphere. And again, the PH equals to the F pronunciation, the pronunciation F, the F sound. So it's got to be atmosphere, fear. Like you're afraid of something, fear. Atmosphere. Okay? And let's see the word hummingbirds. Humming. In Korean, I believe it's 중달새. You know, hummingbirds make very beautiful sound like they're singing. That's why they're called hummingbirds. 중달새, hummingbird's nest. So the word here, the hummingbird's nest is a name of a place or maybe a candle store, right? So it's the hummingbird's nest. And the word again, celebrate. And when you read the word launch, it is different from what we eat. Lunch. You see the difference? The one that you eat is lunch. So you don't necessarily have to open up your jaw. It's just lunch. Okay? But when you say launch, you have to open up your mouth as well as your jaw. So it's got to be launch. You see the difference, right? And the word scented candle collection. Collection is the second syllable stress, so it's going to be collection. And the last word is advertisement. Okay, so no questions. Any questions? None of these words were too hard? No questions to ask, everybody. No questions. No one. Okay. Oh, by the way, you know, Teiji Shimada-san, he's always here for the live show, and he was asking me when my live show this month's going to be. He was really interested in it, but, you know, he had some kind of a business meeting that he had to attend, so he was unfortunate, like, you know, he wasn't able to come here, unfortunately, so... Yeah, I'm going to tell him that I told him to watch the recorded version, but if he gets off the business meeting early enough, then I told him to join us. Anyway, so far so good, Harley. Okay, thank you. So, I'm going to read it twice. One is the slower version and one is the fast version, as always. So, slow one. If you're planning to decorate your house with a warm, welcoming atmosphere, then visit the Hummingbird's Nest this weekend. We are holding a festival to celebrate the launch of our new scented candle collection. For more details, check our online advertisement. Okay, well, that was actually not slow enough. But anyways, moderate speed version. If you're planning to decorate your house with a warm, welcoming atmosphere, then visit the Hummingbird's Nest this weekend. We are holding a festival to celebrate the launch of our new scented candle collection. For more details, check our online advertisement. Okay, and always, when there's an S at the end of a word, make sure you don't leave it out. So it's got to be for more details, not for more detail, okay? I see that little S, and I'm worried that some of you might just leave that out. So it's got to be for more details, z, with that S sound. Okay, so that was our first passage. Now let's move on to the second one. Okay, so it's a radio script. It's some kind of a radio program. The channel is QXZY, and there is some kind of an announcement. Okay? All right, so if you had a look at it, let me read it for you first. Good morning, QXYZ radio listeners. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Education Matters. We all know that school administrators are busy, and that is why we try our best to help you gain inspiration, stay current, and continue growing as a leader through our show. Whoops. I almost spilled my water just now. Oh my gosh. I actually spilled a cup of water earlier, so I was like really scared just now. Okay, so it's QXYZ. That's the channel name. QXYZ. That's the name of the radio channel. And we always see the word tuning in when it comes to the radio announcement. Okay, so tuning in. It's a phrasal verb. So when you're reading the phrasal verb, make sure you stress the adverb part of it, not the verb part of it. So it's got to be tuning in, not tuning in. It's tuning in, tuning in, tuning in. Okay? So thanks for tuning in to another episode. There's the first syllable stress, episode, episode. Okay, and Education Matters. That's the name of the program, I believe. It's Education Matters. Education Matters. Education Matters. Okay, and the biggest word is administrators. Administrators. Min, M-I-N has the syllable, or the stress. That's the stressed syllable. So administrators. 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 And the word inspiration, it's not inspiration, it's inspiration. When it becomes a noun, it has to be inspiration, inspirations, inspirations. And the word continue, continue has the second syllable stress, continue. And when you're reading the word through, make sure you don't get it confused with though. It's though, it's not though here, but it's through our show, through our show. And you have to always stick out your tongue when you want to make the right proper TH sound. So it's got to be through. You see my tongue, right? Through. Okay. All right, so let me see if there are any questions. The word atmosphere. Okay, atmosphere, it's coming from the previous, passage. It's atmosphere. Atmosphere. Okay, remember how I said when you're afraid of something, there is fear. You're scared of something. It's fear, right? Fearsome, fear. It's very similar. So it has to be atmosphere. Atmosphere. The stress goes on the first syllable, so it's atmosphere. Okay? 문군, yes. Okay, so that was our second passage. Let me read this passage for you twice. Once is going to be the slower version, and once is going to be the fast version. So here I go. Good morning, QXYZ radio listeners. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Education Matters. We all know that school administrators are busy, and that is why we try our best to help you gain inspiration, stay current, and continue growing as a leader through our show. And we all know that there is always that A, B, and C part in each and every passage of part one. So here it was gain inspiration, that is A, stay current, that is B, and continue growing as a leader, that would be the C part, right? So it's gain inspiration, stay current, and continue growing as a leader through our show. So sometimes it would be just words, A, B, and C. But sometimes it could be phrases like what you see in this passage here. So make sure you find out where that A, B, and C part is always, okay? I just went for the slower version, didn't I? Okay, so this is the faster version now. Good morning, QXYZ. Sorry. Good morning, QXYZ radio listeners. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Education Matters. We all know that school administrators are busy, and that is why we try our best to help you gain inspiration, stay current, and continue growing as a leader through our show. Okay. I always show you the faster version, but you do not necessarily have to read a passage too fast, okay? You do not have to do that. Just in a moderate speed, you could always, read nicely in a moderate speed and still get level 8, okay? So you do not have to speed up, just like what I did. I'm just showing you that this is a way of reading the passage, okay? There's no problem reading it slowly or in a moderate speed. Okay, so those were the two passages of the day. I'm going to wait a little bit just in case you guys have a question for part one. Okay, so Bungun, do you have any questions regarding the second passage? Let me know. No questions. You guys are good students. You guys know everything already, so you have no questions. Okay, seems like it's fine to move on to the next part. Is it okay? So it's going to be part 2, everybody. Actually, I want to move the picture, but it's not, it doesn't seem possible. Okay, so there's no choice but for me to move to the side. Okay. See, there's a power outlet that I don't want to show you guys. I was like sort of hiding it with my body, but if I move, I have to show you that power outlet, which I do not want to. Well, okay, power outlet, you're going to be on the show with me tonight, okay? So be nice, all right? This is my power outlet in my room. Okay. It's called power outlet, actually. A lot of Koreans say 콘센트, but that is Konglish. That is power outlet. Power outlet. Okay, so power is like the electricity, right? And it comes out from there. So it's power outlet. That is power outlet. And it's with me on the show today. Your English is easy to listen and understand, helpful for me. I am very happy that May, you're saying that, because the reason why I'm doing this show in English is because We are here to, study English and learn English, and it is better to be exposed to the language more if you want to get used to it, right? And I do sometimes speak too fast, but I try to use always easy words, easy structures, so every one of you could understand despite being just a beginner, okay? So just ask me any questions if you do not understand. I'm willing to explain everything to you again, okay? Just try to listen and get used to English more. Okay, so Bungun, you said there are a couple sitting on the stairs. Okay, that was a very good sentence. But Mungun, when we say couple, it is one couple. Okay, there is a couple. There is a couple. So there is a man, there is a woman. So we call these two people a couple. So you have to say in a singular form. It is there is a couple sitting on the stairs. Okay, there is a couple. Trin. So far so good. Really enjoying Gwen's accent. Thank you. I'm actually American accent. I grew up in the West in Los Angeles, and then I went to the mid-side, which is Michigan. So I think I mostly have the Western accent, like people from LA and stuff. Okay, so share with us some expressions that you would like to use to describe this picture. Huh, my little one is gone. Okay. No, it's okay. Oh. Any expressions that you guys would like to use for this picture? Any expressions? There is a couple. Yes, Mungun. There is a couple. It's there is a couple. There are a lot of things to say about this picture, actually. But you have to look closely. Can we make this picture bigger? I'm going to make it bigger, guys. Look. Yes, I'm making it bigger. I'm making it bigger. I'm making it bigger. Yes, thank you. All right, so here you go, guys. Bigger picture so you can see more details. Share the expressions that you would like to say about this picture. Ah, I see a lot of you saying. Now, when you said a woman wearing black t-shirt is holding something, okay? He is looking into a paper bag. That is a very good expression, looking into a paper bag. The scene is a shopping area when I think so. Maybe it is in front of a shopping center, I guess. Okay. A man is smiling. Let's go to the top. Harley, there's a couple sitting outside a building. I would say sitting in front of a building, Harley. I would say there's a couple sitting in front of a building. Sitting in front of a building. Okay. And May, this is a picture taken in front of a shopping center because there are many shopping bags. Okay. That is a good indication there. Yes, this is a picture taken outside. Hyun, there are two people, a man and a woman. They look like a couple. Yes, I like how you said they look like a couple, right? They're sitting down on the stairs. They're sitting down on the stairs. On, you have to put in the preposition on. The man on the left side is wearing a yellow shirt and blue jeans. You see the words handbags, suitcase. There's a suitcase here, really? Let's see. I don't see a suitcase. Actually, it's a very big, dark shopping bag. Yes, it's not a suitcase. I'm sorry. He's looking into a paper bag again. Also, there's Cindy. You said this picture is taken outside. There are two people in this picture, and they look like a couple. On the right side, there's a woman who has a ponytail. Yes, and she's looking into some shopping bags. Looking into. I like how most of you knew the word, how to say looking into instead of saying looking at something. Yes, it's right. It's looking into a bag, looking into something. And Cindy also said next to her, a man is wearing a yellow t-shirt. He's looking into those shopping bags as well. And maybe they just finished shopping and they are checking their items in the bags. Okay, that's good. That is pretty good. Okay. All right. And in Mungun, you said, I can see some stairs placed in a picture. When you talk about something, Mungun, you always have to tell where the location of the thing that you're talking about is. For example, when you want to talk about the stairs, you have to say in the foreground of the picture. In the foreground of the picture, there are stairs. There are some steps. There's a stairway, okay? So you have to specifically say where the stairs are. So you have to say in the foreground of the picture, there are the stairs. Okay, fam, Zenny, this picture is taken outside of a building. There's a couple sitting next to each other on the stairs. I think they just go shopping and they're looking over they just finished shopping. Fam, Zenny, it's they just finished shopping, not go shopping. They just finished shopping, right? And next to her, man has a thick beard. You can just say he has a beard. Yeah, I can tell that he's a beard. And Anisha, this is a picture taken outside a building, and there are two people in this picture. They look like a couple. Guys, notice how a lot of people are saying they look like a couple. That's so right, because they could be a couple, but they may not be a couple. And in order to tell them that you're assuming something, you could say they look like a couple. They look like a couple, right? On the left side of the picture, a man is sitting down on the stairs. That's good. A man is sitting down on the stairs. Yes, you have to put the on in there because that is a prepositional phrase. And when you're saying the prepositional phrase, you always have to have a preposition. So you can say a man is sitting on the stairs, or you can say a man is sitting down on the stairs. Okay? That word down is like a word that's stuck with, sitting down. It's sitting down, or just sitting. A man is sitting on the stairs, or you could say a man is sitting down on the stairs. He's wearing yellow shirt. Okay, so I think I have enough to talk about the picture. And remember, guys, because this, part is that you have to talk for only 30 seconds. You only have 30 seconds to say your answer. You have to be really, really, cautious about what to say in order not to waste time. Okay, I'm pretty sure if you have your, test experience, you guys always, would have thought that, oh, this time is too short. I run out of time so quickly. So it's really hard to, say everything within the time given. So I know you guys can say more, but the thing is you only have 30 seconds. And I've said it many times before that when you see a picture, when you look at a picture, the golden number is 3. So you have three or less number of people in the picture, then you go one by one. 3 people or less. So in this picture, there are only 2 people, right? So there are only 2 people, so you talk about the first person first, and then you move on to the next person. That's how you do it, okay? So I'm going to start by talking about the woman. I'm going to talk about her looks. I'm going to talk about what she's wearing. I'm going to talk about what she's doing. And then I'm going to move on to the next person, which is the man. I'm going to talk about his beard. I'm going to talk about his yellow shirt, jeans, and then I'm going to talk about what he is doing. And if I have time remaining, I'm going to talk about the bags, and I'm also going to talk about the building in the back, and then I'm going to give a closure. Okay? So this is what I'm going to do. This is a picture taken outside. And there are 2 people in this picture. They look like a couple. In the middle of the picture, there's a woman, and she has brown hair, and she's wearing a black shirt. She is sitting on a step and looking into a bag. Next to her, there's a man. He has a beard. He's wearing a yellow shirt and jeans. He's also looking at some shopping bags, and they are smiling together. In front of them, there are many bags, and maybe they are busy. Okay? So the most important thing is to keep the time and make sure you finish saying everything within that time limit. Okay, so Trin, you have a long one there. It's a picture taken outside. There are 2 people, not person, it's 2 people. Trin, it's two people, not person, okay? It's two people in this picture. They are sitting on a stair. They are sitting on stairs. There are a lot of stairs, right? Next to each other in front of the building. Okay, maybe they just finished shopping because I can see some shopping bags in front of them and they're examining those stuff they just bought, and the man seems satisfied. Okay. Trin, you're sort of like trying to make a story out of a scene, right? But you don't necessarily have to make up a story. It's all about just describing a picture. So just say some things that are very objective, which are like, you know, the color of something, the actions that they're doing. You don't have to talk about as if you know the story of what they have just done. Okay? Akiko, can I say they are examining shopping bags? I've heard a mom is examining the food on the shelf, but I can't really examine. Okay, when you're examining something, you're looking at something very, very closely. Okay, so when I'm doing this. Okay, so when I'm doing this, where is it from? Let me see. Oh, this one. This is made in China. Okay, there's some information on the bottom, and I examined it, and it says it's China. So yeah, this cup is made in China. So looking at it very closely, very carefully, that is examining, okay, examining something. But right now in the picture, I don't think they're examining. They're just like roughly, they're just seeing, okay, we have this, we bought this. They're just like going through very roughly. They're not examining. Okay, examining means you're looking at something very closely, Akiko. So I think in this scene, it's really hard to say they are examining something, okay? Whereas the sentence you said, a woman is examining the food on a shelf. Of course, when we buy food, especially at a supermarket, we have to check the quality, we have to check the expiration date, and you know, we have to check many things. We even have to check the price. That's why when we go to a supermarket, and when we are standing in front of a shelf, we always examine something. We examine something very carefully, okay? So in that case, we could say examine. Okay, Anisha. On the right side of the picture, there's a woman. She has a ponytail. She's looking into shopping bags. In front of them, there are so many shopping bags. I like the way Anisha put her sentences. That's good. YJK. Okay, 4인 이상이 등장하면 어디에 포커스를 둬야 하나요? So this guy, YJK, is asking me, so if there are 4 or more people in the picture, what should I do? Well, in that case, you have to divide the picture into some parts. And you would talk about, you know, some people together as a group. You talk about the 2 or 3 people together as a group, 2 or 3 people together as a group. You don't go one by one. Yes. How to say so fast within the time? I always tell you guys, it's good to have some kind of a standard, and it's always 1 sentence per 5 seconds. Okay, 1 sentence per 5 seconds. So if you want to get a good score for this part, that's going to be like 6 sentences or more. I think I say about 10 to 12 sentences within 30 seconds, but for most of you, I think 8 to 10 would be good enough. Okay? Akiko, I got it. Thank you for your explanation. Yes. So in this case, we could say they are looking into, because they're looking into a bag. They're looking into some shopping bags. You can say they are looking into some bags. Okay? So that was our first picture. And again, there were only 2 people. That's why I went one by one. All right. Now, this is the second picture. I think some of you might find this one harder because, you know, you're looking at the back of 2 people. You're looking at the back of 2 people. How would you say it? You're not, you know, we're used to looking at the front. We're so used to looking at the front of people, so it's really weird to be seeing some people at the back. But I've taught you guys, I've told you guys how to do this kind of picture before. Trung. This is a picture taken outside of a shopping mall. I guess there are two people. The man in the picture is wearing a beige t-shirt and blue jeans. Hey TG, welcome. Okay, you finally off from your business meeting. Nice job. Yeah, it must have been a tiring day. Yeah, it's 7:40 in Japan right now, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Well done, well done. Okay, so guys, we're moving on to the second picture, and let me know if there are any thing you would like to say about this picture. Any words, expressions, or some things that you would want me to mention. Hyun, you're number one. I guess this picture is taken in the mountain, and there are two people. They are cyclists. They are wearing sports clothes, which are very comfortable for going cycling. Oh, okay, so dear friend, you have to say this is a picture. This is a picture. This is a picture taken somewhere, okay? This is a picture, Bike helmets, backpacks, shoes, gloves. The weather is very nice. They're enjoying some beautiful views, such as high heels, trees, forest. I guess they are having a good time going cycling. Okay. Hyun, you're providing lots of information. Okay. Just try to stick with the way that I tell you how you should go one by one. One by one is the case that you have to apply on this picture because there are only two people in this picture, right? So there are only two people. So you should talk about the first person and then move on to the next person. Moongun, there are two people exercising outdoors. A man is wearing blue sportswear with a bag. A woman has long hair. Really? You can tell that she has long hair? Wow, you guys have good eyes. Okay, she has long hair, apparently. Yes, she has long hair. They're on their bicycles. That's true. I see the last is two bikes parked. You know, in this case, the bicycles aren't parked. They're not parked. Okay, so they are riding bicycles, but they're not like riding right now. They're not paddling. They're standing. They're standing on their bicycles. They're standing on their bicycles. Okay, Harley, this picture is taken outside on the right side or hand side of the picture. You can just say right side of the picture. I can see two people wearing sportswear. They're all on their bicycles. In the background, I can see grass, some trees. So Keiko, this is a picture taken at mountainside. There are two people in the picture. They look like a couple. Good. They are riding bicycles. That is so true because there are two people and there are two bicycles. So you have to say they are riding bicycles. Okay, it's got to be plural. Wearing helmets, that's also a good way to put that. And on the right side of the picture, here there's a man. He's wearing a blue t-shirt and carrying a big backpack. Left side of the picture, there's a woman. She has long hair and tied together. Oh, you know, Keiko, when you say hair, it is uncountable. So you shouldn't say she has a long hair, but you should just say she has long hair. Okay? She has long hair, not a long hair. Make sure you don't make a mistake on that. Good, Keiko. And then let's see. They're having a short break. That's a very good expression. He who remains. Hello, welcome to the show. He who remains. Okay, Trin, this is a picture taken in outside. Okay, Trin, this is something that I always tell you guys. Don't say this is a picture taken in outside, but you have to leave out the word in. It's just this is a picture taken outside, or you could say this is a picture taken inside. Okay, so it's either inside or outside. Inside. This is a picture taken inside, or you could say this is a picture taken outside. All right, you do not have to put in there. There are two people in this picture. They're riding bicycles. Because two people are riding two bicycles, so you have to say they are riding bicycles. Okay? All right, is wearing a blue shirt and carrying a gray backpack. Okay. Trilin, and the other one is wearing a blue short. No, when you're talking about shorts, pants, jeans, remember there's the left leg side and there's the right leg side. That's why pants are always plural. So she's wearing blue shorts or blue pants. You have to put S. Wearing a helmet. One helmet, wearing a helmet. The weather is nice. This is a picture taken at the top of the mountain. There are two people in this picture. Both of them are riding bicycles. Trung. Wearing helmets and carrying backpacks. Backpacks. P-A-C-K-S. Okay? Trung said the man is wearing a blue sportswear, while the woman's wearing the green one. Okay, that you can just say shirt. Okay, the man is wearing a blue shirt. The woman is wearing a green and white shirt. Okay, you don't have to be so specific about what kind of clothes they are. Okay. And YJK, their feet on the grassy area. This picture gives out a calm and peaceful feeling because there's not much movement. Okay. Guys, you guys are being way too advanced. You guys are providing too much information. I don't know where you guys get these information, but you know, you guys are much better than me, it seems like. Because I wouldn't say like, oh, this gives a calm and peaceful feeling. That is like a little too much for me, okay? I would just say maybe they're just having a good time. That's it. That's all I would say. Anisha, this is a picture taken in the mountain. There are two people in this picture. Both of them are riding bikes and carrying bags. Good. China Chen. Xtina Chen, are you from Taiwan? Because lately I've been having a lot of students coming in from Taiwan. This is a picture taken on a mountain. There are two people and they look like a couple. And on the right side, he's wearing a blue t-shirt, black shorts. Good. 내 이름은 비밀이야. H. Hello. Hi. Dear friend said, this is a picture taken outside. Where's dear friend? Okay, I think they're a couple and they're having a good time. In the background of the picture, both of them are riding bicycles. Two people. Fan, Zenny, that's good. The man is wearing a blue shirt and black pants. They're both carrying backpacks and wearing helmets. They two cycle on the mountain. All right. Guys, let me show you how I do it, okay? And then I'm going to go one by one. This is a picture taken on a mountain, and there are two people in this picture. I can see their back. And on the right side of the picture, there's a man. He is wearing a blue shirt and a helmet. He is carrying a backpack, and he is standing on his bike. Next to him, there's a woman. She's wearing a short sleeve shirt, and she's also carrying a backpack, and she's also standing on her bike. Both of them are not moving or riding their bicycles, and maybe they are having a good time. Okay? So this is how I do it. Well, first of all, this is a very important thing that I'm going to tell you from now. I say, this is a picture taken on the mountain. And I always talk about where the picture has been taken, okay? And there are two people in this picture. Is to provide how many people are in the picture, right? And I didn't go in directly. I just said I can see their back. Not front. I can see their back. I can see their back, right? The back side. I can see their back is what I said. And then, remember, if it's 3 or less number of people, you go one by one. So I moved on to the right side. On the right side of the picture, there is a man. His looks, he is wearing a blue shirt. He is carrying a backpack. That's all. I say something much more simpler than you guys. You know, you guys are being very complicated. I say very simple sentences. And I said next to him, there is a woman. She is wearing a short sleeved shirt and a helmet. She is also carrying a backpack. Okay, and I also mentioned something like both of them are not riding their bicycles. They are just standing on their bikes. Bicycles, they're basically the same thing. And I didn't have enough time to talk about the grass or the mountains or the clouds, so I said maybe they are having a good time. Okay, so this is how you describe a picture with 3 or less number of people. You have to go one by one. Talk about the first person first, and then talk about the second person, okay? And when you don't see their front, you can say, I can see their back. Yes, just go one by one. You don't have to group them. No, because you have enough time to talk about them one by one, okay? This is a strategy, all right? Guys, I know these two people are doing the same stuff. They're doing the same thing. They look the same. The only difference about them is their clothes, right? The guy's wearing a blue shirt. The woman's wearing, blue shorts. That's like the only difference. But still, talk about them one by one. I'm telling you, this is a time strategy. You have 30 seconds. When you say both of them are doing something, both of them are doing something, in the end, you would have 3 to 5 seconds remaining. Do not do that, okay? Talk about them one by one and fulfill that 30 seconds. I hope I'm getting through, you guys, okay? I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to tell you. This is a strategy that you have to keep. They're having an amazing time. Yes, I agree with you, Anisha. Yes, it seems like they're having an amazing time. Okay? Oh. I'm just telling you guys, this is a strategy that you guys have to keep. Okay? Well, let's do it this way. Now, if I talk about them like together, it would sound something like this. This is a picture taken on a mountain, and there are two people in this picture. They look like a couple, and I can see their back. Both of them are wearing shorts. Both of them are wearing helmets. Both of them are carrying backpacks, and both of them are standing on their bikes. Around them, there's lots of grass. In the background of the picture, I can see some trees and clouds. Maybe they are having a wonderful time at the mountain. This is the problem, all right? When you say both of them, then you have too much time. You have too much time remaining. That's why I say go one by one, okay? That's it, yeah. Thank you, Harley. All right, now we're going to move on to part 3, and it was a very interesting topic. Now they're going to ask you questions about amusement park. Ooh, amusement park. Well, lucky for you guys who come from Tokyo, because you guys have Tokyo Disneyland. Well, we don't. We have something called Lotte World, and that's where the Lotte Jamsil Tower is. Yes, L Tower. So a lot of tourists, right before COVID, they would come to Korea and they would visit the L Tower, the Lotte Tower. And actually I can see the Lotte Tower right here through my window here, but it's not that close. I have to take a car, and it would take about like 25 to 20 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes. Yeah. Oh, Lulu, you understood. You understood. You guys understood what I was trying to say to you guys about part 2. That's good. That's so exciting. Yes, yes, finally. All right, so we're moving on to part 3, and we're going to talk about the first question, which is, which amusement park is the nearest from your house? Have you been there? Okay, so share with me your answers. May has a question here. What do you think that the best how to study for TOEIC speaking test? I think the best way to study for TOEIC speaking is to practice talking English. Practice speaking English. That's it. Yeah. And you got to have some strategies like I tell you about like part 2, don't do this, do that. There are certain strategies that you have to keep, but the only way to improve your talking skills, the speaking skills, is by, practicing. Thai English, thank you so much for your effort. I got 170 at my recent test. Well, that is pretty high. Congratulations, Thai. 170. Are you okay with that, or are you aiming for high? Because I think 170 is good enough, but if you wish to like be a better speaker, you might want to aim your goal to be like level 8. Yes, it's 20 points more. Congratulations, Thai. I guess people are working on their answers here. Your answers. Answers 4. Which amusement park is the nearest from your house? Have you been there? So there should be 2 answers fulfilling 2 of these questions. One is, which one is the nearest one from your house? And the other one is, have you been there? Yes, I have. No, I haven't. It doesn't have to be a long sentence. You can just say, yes, I have, or no, I haven't. Okay, Harley said, there is one which is quite near my house, about 1 kilometer. To be honest, I used to travel there a lot when I was a kid, but now I hardly go there. Understood? Yeah, understandable, of course, because I think like, oh yeah, actually last year I went to Lotte World once. I have some of my friends and they have like kids and they wanted me to go there with them. I don't know. But anyway, I went there and it was nice. Now, dear friend, the nearest amusement park from my house is Lotte World. I've been there before when I was 19 for school trip. It was good. Okay, it was fun. Dear friend, you must be Korean, living in Seoul, right? Cindy, there's an amusement park near my house called Ada Amusement Park. And I've been there twice. One time was in junior high school, one time it was in senior high. Well, that was good. Cindy, that's a good answer. Okay. We often get this question, which something is nearest from your house, is closest to your house? We often get this question. And I always say I like the way how Cindy introduced that place. There's an amusement park near my house called Ada Amusement Park. That is an exact sentence that you can use to introduce any place near your house. Okay? Gina Chen, ex-Tina Chen, the nearest amusement park in my house, not in my house, it's near my house. It's called Leo Fu Village. I've been there before with my friends and I had a good memory there. Good. Ex-Tina, that was a good answer. And YJ, the nearest amusement park from my house is the one called Lotte World. It takes about 1.5 hours. Okay, now I'm going to make it clear. It takes 1 hour and 30 minutes, okay? Or you could say it takes 1.5 hours. Okay, 1.5 hours. There's always going to be a in front of half. 1.5 hours, 1.5 hours. Okay, and Keiko, there's a big amusement park called Korakuen in Tokyo. Korakuen, yes, it's not so near, but maybe it's not so close. It's not so nearby, or it's not so close, but it's the nearest. Okay, now Keiko, you have to be sure about how to use the word near. Okay, this is a preposition. Okay, and nearby is an adverb. I will show you some examples. There is an amusement park near my house. When you're saying near, you have to use it with a noun, near my house. But when you want to say nearby, you can just say there is an amusement park nearby. That's it. Adverb, you don't use it with a preposition or you don't use it with a noun. You just use the adverb itself alone. So there's an amusement park nearby, or you can say there's an amusement park near my house, okay? It isn't so close, or you could say it isn't so near. And you just say it isn't so close. It isn't so close. It is quite far. You could say it's quite far, okay? Yes, YJ, it's 1.5 hours. Trin, the nearest amusement park from my house is called ABC Park. It only costs 20. Oh, it's not a cost. It takes 12 minutes by car, okay? It's not a cost. It takes, Trin. Anisha, the nearest amusement park from house takes 1 hour. It's not 1 hour. It's 1 hour. No S there, please. No S. Of course, I've been there. Oh, I have been there last month. I will go there next month. I went there. I went there. Oh, I will go there this week. Now, when you say last month or next month, or I go there every birthday. Okay, when you say last month, or when you say next month, or when you say this month, or when you say every month, there's no preposition, okay? So you don't say there for last month, at last month, it last month. You don't need to put anything in front of these expressions, okay? So you would just say, I went there last month. I've been there last month, okay? All right, the answer that I would say for this one. Actually, there's one amusement park near my house, and it is called the Rainbow Amusement Park. And it takes about 10 minutes to go there on foot, and I've been there 3 or 4 times. It's nice. Okay, so when I'm talking, in order to sound more natural, you see how I started my answer by saying, as if I'm really thinking, as if I'm really thinking about what to say. I'm like, you know, actually, these are some points that you should remember in order to sound natural. You know, actually, these are some expressions that you might want to use if you want to sound natural, like as if you're speaking, not like it's coming out from your head, like, you know, where you have memorized. Okay, so I said, yeah, there is one, and it's called something something, and I've been there 3 or 4 times, and it's nice. That's what I said. Okay, now this is a second question. If you were to go to an amusement park, who do you wish to go there with, and why? If you were to go to an amusement park. Let me know. I'm looking for some pictures that I took at Lotte World last time. I know I have. I know I have them. So while you guys work on your answers, let me see. It was last fall, I think. Yeah, it's not spring. It wasn't spring. It was last fall, actually. It was with some sons and daughters of my friends. Yeah, not my kids. I'm not married and I have no kids. Well, with their sons and daughters. Hold on. Well, guys, work on your answers while I look for... Oh, it's here. Look. This is the daughter of my friend. We went to Lotte World. The bumper cars. I was taking pictures of them. I wasn't even enjoying the rides. I was just taking pictures of these people. That's it. That's it. Okay, so dear friend, if I were to go to an amusement park, I'd definitely take my friend Gwen because she has always cheered me up. Okay, now, dear friend, if you want to say always, then it's got to be present tense because it's something that happens always. So it's not cheering me up, but she always cheers me up. Something that happens all the time, that's present tense. 항상 반복적으로 언제나 일어나는 일은 현재 시제니까 그 부분 현재 시제로 쓰는 거 잊지 말아주세요. Dear friend님. Tadashi, whenever I go to an amusement park, I'm with a friend Tom. He likes amusement parks as much as I do, and we both love roller coaster. Roller coaster. Right. We love roller coasters. Yes, that's why. Tom is my imaginary friend, by the way. I know. Okay. Well, Harley, well, if I had a trip to go to one, I hope this would be my boyfriend. This is because it's been 2 weeks since our latest date or last date. You can say last date. Since our last date. Why? Why didn't you guys meet so often? You should meet him and go to the amusement park, Carly. Yes. Xtina, well, I would choose to go there with my friends, Victoria, because we are fond of experiencing thrill rides, and after riding these thrilling facilities, we can always release a lot of tension and stress. Okay. But with my friends, Hyun, they are the same. We are the same age. Not they are, but we are the same age. Okay? Same hobby. We have the same hobbies. Not, you're excluding yourself. You have to include yourself in there. So it's we have the same taste, or we have the same hobbies. Right? My grandparents, Lulu. People who I want to go, since I already not a student. I am not a student. I am not a student. I don't have lots of time with them, so I want to spend more time. Oh, I want to spend more time with them. That's good enough, or I want to be their company. Is how you say the word company. I want to be their company, meaning that you want to be there with them, right? Emily, if I were to go, I wish to go there with my sister because she always encourages me. She always encourages me and recharges my battery. Recharges. Okay, so because it's a she, the subject here is she, so it's got to be encourages and recharges. When with my boyfriend, I want to leave happy. You don't say leave. You want to make happy memories. Okay, you don't leave them. You make happy memories with them. Okay, and our Nisha, if I were to go, I would go there with my friends. If I go with my friends, I could have fun. I could have fun without any limitation. Actually, when I go there, my family, it's really annoying. You know, when I was really, really young as a kid, you know, I used to live in the States. So I went to Disneyland with my family like 3-4 times because I used to live in LA. And then my father drove the whole family all the way to Florida. And we went to the Disney World. And, you know, I was like, for all those 3-4 times I was with my family, and we did fight a lot. You know, when you go on a trip with your family, you just get to fight a lot with them. I don't know why, but that's always the case. We are big fans of something. Okay, that's good. Or you could just simply say we love, exciting rides. Or we love fun rides. You can say fun rides. You know, all those like roller coasters. Let's talk about some names there. Roller coasters, merry-go-round. You know the horses that you get on? Merry-go-round. You have the bumper cars. You have the giant swing. You know the big swing? In Korea, we call it Viking, but you say giant swing. It's the big swing where people get on and you guys are like always like, swinging on that thing. A giant swing. And what's that? The haunted house. Haunted house. Now, haunted house is like a ghost house. It's like where, scary things would pop out and they would scare you and you see the ghosts in there. People dressed up in ghosts, monsters, and they would say, woof, and then they try to scare you, right? There's the haunted house. So I like to go there and ride roller coasters. I like to ride the merry-go-round. Yeah, those are the fun things. Okay, so I think I got enough ideas. Let me give you my answer. If you were to go to an amusement park, who do you wish to go there with? Actually, if I have to go to an amusement park with somebody, I would take my little brother because, he loved amusement park when he was young. So I want to see if he still loves amusement park. Okay. All right. Just for your information, my little brother is almost 40. No, he is actually 40. My little brother is 40 years old, and I don't know why I came up with my brother, but he loved amusement park when he was young. I remember some pictures of him that we took in Disneyland, so I said, I want to see if he still loves it. He loved it, and I want to see if he still loves it. And now I was using the correct tenses here. He loved it when he was young. I was using past tense, right? And then here, I want to see if he still loves it. Now, I said this part in present tense because it's something that is about right now, is about the current situation. So even though it makes sense, it's not like it doesn't make sense. It's a very silly answer, but still it makes sense, right? And I was using the correct grammar, so yeah, obviously I would get full marks on that for that one. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why I came up with my little brother. He's 40 years old and he's married. Okay, the last question. Which of the following do you enjoy the most when you are at an amusement park? Play rides. Remember the roller coasters and merry-go-round? Food, oh my gosh, like food is the number one thing. The last time I went to Lotte World, I was like crazy about eating the food there. You can have churros, you can have hot dogs, and there are a lot of, the lollipops, the big ones, right? I'm over 40? Yeah, I'm over 40. Uh-huh. No, actually, I'm 29. Yeah, I was just kidding. I'm 29, guys. I'm 29. Okay. So which one would you choose, guys? Play rides, food, or souvenirs? Play rides, food, or souvenirs? Choose one out of the three. It's getting hot. This room is getting hot. And there's like too much light in front of me right now. I'm getting heated up. So last time I went and I ate churros. I just can't resist churros at an amusement park. I remember like when I was young and my family, when we visited Knott's Berry Farm in America, when we went to Disneyland in America, my mom and dad, they wouldn't buy churros for us because they think there's too much sugar on them. So like after 3-4 hours when we were like really exhausted of all the walking and everything, all the waiting, because when you go to Disneyland, I mean like the lines are unbelievably long. You have to wait for like 2-3 hours to ride something. I mean 2-3 hours, that's not even that long for most of them. So like you get really exhausted just by standing in lines, not just like, walking around and playing. So then we would get really annoyed, and then that's when my mom and dad would buy churros. So when I was young, I wasn't able to eat enough churros when I went to Disneyland or any amusement park. So this time when I went to Lotte World, I was like eating churros after churros after churros, and I got sick of it. So I think I don't have to eat any more churros anymore. Okay, Harley, I must confess, food is my choice. I still remember every time I went to the amusement, I'm asking my parents to buy me several junk food like popcorns or cloud candies. Cotton candies. Okay, so churros, the things that we eat. Churros, cotton candy. It's right. Cotton candies. Lolly pops, corn dogs. Okay, corn dogs are the ones that are on the stick. Okay, the one that's on the stick, that's corn dogs. Hot dogs are the ones that are not on the sticks. There's the bun and you put the sausage in there. That's hot dogs. So corn dogs are the ones that Koreans usually eat. Junk food. Okay, Tadashi, I enjoy rides the most, especially roller coasters. The reason I like TOEIC in Tokyo so much is that it has roller coasters running down the slope of 80-degree angle. Oh my gosh, that is so steep. 80-degree, that's almost 90-degree. Oh my god. I mean, like, you would feel like you're like jumping off a cliff. That is so heart-daring. Oh my god. I wouldn't dare myself to take that ride. No, never. Okay, YJ, I would say I would enjoy the food the most. I'm a foodie. You can just say I'm a foodie. You don't say I'm a foodie person. You say I'm a foodie. Foodie is the most important factor for me to consider. I love eating churros while watching the amazing parades there. Oh, yes, I love the parade. Parade is also another good thing about going to an amusement park, right? Lulu, obviously, souvenirs. It is souvenir, like Duffy from Disneyland. Duffy's so cute, that's right. Although the DC is a huge place, I still went the whole to buy Duffy. I went to Disney Sea, okay, to buy Duffy. That's nice. Trin, I will definitely choose souvenir because I can't buy it in other places. And whenever I see those stuff, I will think of those beautiful memories. That's a very lovely and beautiful answer, Trilin. Cindy, well, I would say I enjoy play rides the most when I'm at a, for example, I went to Ada amusement park a few years ago and I have ridden many rides there. Well, Ferris wheels, yes, Ferris wheel. And the big wheel, that's the Ferris wheel, yes, the water, again. Oh my gosh, merry-go-round. Enjoy play rides the most, Emily, and then because I can blow away my stress. Blow away! Or get rid of, release my stress, right? And be enjoyable. Have fun. And I can have fun. Gosh, this is tight. And have fun. Good. And Keiko, souvenirs are the most enjoyable thing for me. I don't like play rides because it is easy to get motion sickness. I can get sick. You can get motion sickness or I can get sick. I feel sick. So I enjoy shopping to buy special chocolates, candies, and not stuffed toys. It's stuffed toys. It's stuffed toys. Stuffed toys are 저기 호랑이. I want to show you what a stuffed toy is. Okay. Oopsie. Thank you. Yeah. This is an example of a stuffed animal, okay? So this is a little tiger and there's like, cotton stuffed inside. That's why it's called a stuffed animal, okay? Stuffed animal. It's a stuffed tiger. It's the year of tiger. and I have this tiger with me here. This is a stuffed toy, stuffed tiger, okay? Stuffed animal. We call it a stuffed animal. Those playwrights, okay, somehow produce a healthy level of adrenaline. Adrenaline, all right. And I can feel fully recharged and release my work stress. That's good. All right, well, here's my answer. I'll show you guys. I think for me, food is the most important thing because when I go to an amusement park, I like to ride play rides, but I'm not a huge fan of those rides because I feel sometimes scared and I get sick when I ride them. So I like to eat food there. Last time when I went to Lotte World, the amusement park in my town, I ate so much snacks. I ate churros, I ate cotton candies. I felt so happy. Okay, so notice how I wasn't using any complicated, structure of sentences or any hard words. I said, I ate cotton candies, I ate churros, and I was so happy. That's all I said, okay? And it's the way you say it also that matters, okay? You have to say it as if you're really talking. You have to say it as if you're naturally speaking to someone. So remember that part when you're giving an answer for part 3. That is very important. Okay? I know this is very cute, isn't it? It's a present from one of my ex-boyfriends. It's not from my current boyfriend, but I think it was like 7-8 years ago. I don't know why it's still here, but it's a cute tiger, isn't it? It's a super duper cute tiger. It's from one of my exes. Okay. All right, and then we're going to move on to part 4. Here's the chart of the day. Okay, so have a look at the chart. Have a look at the chart, guys. That's the chart. That's the one that you should study before you get the question. It says Tribec Biotech Industry. That's the name of the corporation, right? And then the below that part says new intern orientation. So it's an event, it's an orientation, and it's held this date, day, the place is main auditorium headquarters, and it starts at 8. It finishes at 1:30, and there's the welcome speech. Oh my gosh. Hold on. 이거 차트가 중간에 잘렸는데? 잠깐만. 차트가 그치 잘렸네. Okay, all right. Now, there's a problem here, guys. Actually, I made a chart which is much longer, but they only put half of the chart in that image, in that part. So, yeah, they're gonna redo it right now. They're working on it, and they're gonna show you the full part 4 chart. Actually, there was a lot of information in the chart. There were like 8, 9 lines there. 8 to 9 lines. It was quite long. So he's working on it right now. Really busy working on it. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines there. Oopsie, which means the test is wrong. Too much information there, too much. I think I would have to sit all the way to the right side of the screen so you guys can have a better look at this chart. You guys are going to be surprised when you see this chart. There's way too much information. Okay, we're here. We have it. It's going to be here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right, so this is the chart. This was the chart. Notice how longer it is. There's way too much information, much more than the previous one. Yeah, the previous one was showing up until the lunch hours, okay? But now you see 3 more lines after the lunch hours. So that's how much the information was. It's really, really long. Yes. Anisha, by the way, an exciting play stuff makes me enjoy while I'm at the amusement park. Roller coaster is quite scary, but it's fun. That's true. Roller coasters are quite scary. It's fun. You get to scream a lot. I scream too much when I ride, roller coasters. And after getting off the roller coaster, like my throat sores. I have like really husky voice because I shout and I scream so much. Oh, Anisha, you took the test? You noticed that something was missing on the test? Yes, that's true. The chart has been cut off. The bottom part has been cut off. Yes. Okay, so let's move on to the question. The first question is, when will the orientation take place? Where should I go to participate in the event? When will the orientation take place? Where should I go to participate in the event? That is the question. When and where. Simple as that. When and where. Guys, don't think too much. The question is, when will the orientation take place? And where should I go to participate in the event? Very simple. 2 questions. Share your answers with me. When will the orientation take place? Where should I go to participate in the event? Guys, it's not a hard one. It's quite easy. Show me what you got. Yes, show me what you can say. When will the orientation take place? And where should I go to participate in the event? When will the orientation take place? Yes, lately they've been adding more information, and now of course, like, we have longer time to prepare. It used to be 30 seconds, Tadashi, right? But now they are giving us 45 seconds. And I think that's the reason why they're trying to give like longer charts, like lengthier ones. So they're trying to provide more information. Like, they want us to be able to read more information within the limited time. I think that's the thing. Yeah, there's lots of information these days. There's lots of information. On the test, on the actual test. Okay, and the orientation will take place on Monday, March 25th. Make sure you don't say March 25, okay? And it will be held at the headquarters. That is true, but you could also say it will be held in the main auditorium at the headquarters, right? Will take place on March 25th, Monday. No, it's Monday, March 25th. Guys, remember, you have to say the name of the day, which is Monday, and then the date comes afterwards. It's Monday, March 25th. And you can attend the orientation at the main auditorium. No, it's in the main auditorium at the headquarters. At the headquarters or of the headquarters. It says that the orientation will take place. Now, it's got to be future tense. The reason why this has to be a future tense thing is because it's going to happen in the future. This is something that's going to happen soon. So it's future event, it's future event, it's future event. So you have to use the future tense, okay? Make sure to use the future tense. It will take place. It will be held. Harley, you have to be sure that you're using the future tense. It will take place on Monday, March 25th in the main auditorium at the headquarters. So it's in room at building. I hope this makes everything clear. It's in room at building. In room at building. Okay? It's on day and date. That's it. Day, date. These are the two things that you have to remember. Where to put the right preposition. Where to put the right preposition. Okay? Good. So that was the first question, a very simple one, guys. And the second one is, I have to leave at 5 p.m. for an important doctor's appointment that day. Will I get to miss anything important if I leave at that time? I have to leave at 5 p.m. for an important doctor's appointment that day. Will I get to miss anything important if I leave at that time? I have to leave at 5 p.m. for an important doctor's appointment that day. Will I get to miss anything important if I leave at that time? Doctor's appointment at 5 p.m. Will I get to miss anything important if I leave at that time? Guys, I'm going to leave. I'm going to go at 5. Is there anything that I'll be missing? That's the question. I'm going to leave at 5. Is there anything that I'll be missing if I leave at 5? At 5. At 5 p.m. At 5 p.m. Yes. At 5 p.m. I have to leave at 5 p.m. for an important doctor's appointment that day. Will I get to miss anything if I leave at 5? Oh, Harley, you have the answer. Let me see. Well, the orientation will end at 4, so you will not miss anything. Okay, that's it. Harley's got the perfect answer. I have nothing more to add. I have nothing more to say. Look at Harley's answer. Harley, you got the perfect answer. Cindy, no you won't. That's also another good approach, because the last session will finish at 4 p.m. so you won't miss anything. Don't worry about that. Good. Cindy's got the perfect answer, guys. Look at Cindy's answer. Anisha, the orientation will be held on Monday, March 25th, and it will take place in the main auditorium at the headquarters. Anisha, make sure the notes that I typed on the top. Okay, and when, fortunately, you will not miss anything because the orientation will end at 4. That's true. And YJ, well, I don't think you will miss any of the things. No, it's anything. You will not miss. You will miss anything. You won't miss anything. Okay, it's you will not miss anything, or you could say you won't miss anything. Okay? It will be okay. The last event will... No, it will finish. It will start. It is not, it will be finished. This is wrong, okay? Keiko, you don't worry about the time you leave. All the sessions will finish by 4 p.m. That's good. Okay. Mind. Where's mind coming from? Xtina. So please keep that in mind. Yes, keep... Oh, it's got to be please keep that in... Okay? Please keep in mind. No, please keep that in mind. Keep something. So keep what? There's got to be an object. So there's got to be something there that you have to keep. So please keep that in mind. Please keep it in mind. Please keep that in mind is normally what we say. Keep that in mind. Remember that. It means keep that in mind. Don't forget. Or you could say, please remember. Okay? Good. Great. Everyone's got that one right. All right. And the last question is, Actually, last question. What are all the sessions scheduled before the first break time? Now, actually, we didn't need the later half of the chart because it has nothing to do with the lower part. You know, it's all there on the top. It said, again, what are all the sessions scheduled before the first break time? What are all the sessions scheduled before the first break time? What are all the sessions scheduled before the first break time, guys? Before the first break time. Okay, now there's a question here. Teacher, if I don't fill the whole, yeah, you can't. Sometimes you can't fill in 15 seconds for this part because the questions are asking for something that is very, very little and short. So even if I say everything, I also almost have like 5 to 7 seconds remaining. And that doesn't matter for me to get perfect score. Okay. Teji, welcome back. It took you about like almost an hour. No, almost like 15 minutes to go back to your home. Well, we're still on part 4. We're on the last question. The question is, what are all the sessions scheduled before the first break time? Okay, Tadashi's got the first one here. There are 2 sessions before the first break. From 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m., there will be a welcome speech given by Milton Bauer, the CEO. After that, from 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m., Fred Jones from the HR department will lead a session. On introduction of the company management. Okay, that was well done, Tadashi. Okay, so there, he, which is Fred Jones, right? Fred Jones will lead a session. Again, it's on, not about. On introduction of the company management. But you know what, Tadashi? You can also say this. Fred Jones will introduce the company management. Okay, guys, when you say it's company management, it's like people who are on the upper level of the whole company, like pyramid, you know, the directors, like the marketing director or the sales director or all the senior managers. It's mostly directors, okay? So he will introduce the company management, okay? He will introduce the president. He will introduce the vice president. So he will introduce those people. You could have said that, or you could have said the way that you said. Good job, Tadashi. Harley, well, before the first break time, there will be 2 sessions. Oh, it's not 2 sections. There will be 2 sessions. This is the correct version. Okay, Harley? There will be 2 sections. That's wrong. It's sessions. It's sessions, not sections. Okay, Harley? Oh. Hello, Mike. Yes, I'm wearing hanbok. I'm wearing hanbok today. Oops. I'm wearing hanbok today. I'm wearing hanbok. Yes. And it's really hot here. Wearing hanbok. And Harley, the session. Yes, session. It's not section, it's session. And let me check. Good for you, ma'am. Good, YJ. There will be 2 sessions before the first week. You can attend welcome speech led by, not attend. Welcome speech is not something you attend. Oh, it's Milton Bauer will give a welcome speech, or you could say welcoming speech. Normally we make that into a noun form. So we say welcoming speech, an opening speech, okay, a closing speech. Maybe you can take a note of this too, Tadashi, because normally we say it's a welcoming speech, not welcome speech. People will understand, but we normally say it will be a welcoming speech, an opening speech, or a closing speech. Okay, and Xtina, well, let me see, there are 2. The CEO will give a welcome speech at 8 a.m. Secondly, there will be a session on the introduction of the company management At 8:30, led by. That is perfectly right. Okay, so give a speech. Lead a session. Now, these two things are the things that you have to remember in order to form the right sentences for this chart, right? So apparently, even if we didn't have the lower 3 lines of this chart, you guys were able to solve this question. But except for the second one, because second one, you can tell that this, if you leave at 5, well, still you could have said some kind of an answer. Fred Jones. Oh, okay. Cindy, when you say Fred Jones, you have to say from the HR department without will, okay? Will lead. Okay, so Fred Jones from the HR department, that's the subject part. Okay, that whole thing is the subject of this whole sentence. So from the department, will lead. Okay. And there are 2 sessions. Okay, good. It seems like everybody understood. I think most of you guys understood what to say for this chart. So yeah, it was a very simple chart with lots of information. The questions were very traditional, nothing new, nothing surprising. I mean, we all know what they're going to ask us, right? What they're going to ask for the first question, what they're going to say for the second question and the last one. So it wasn't so surprising at all. It was what could be anticipated. So yeah, although there was a lot of information, it wasn't so hard. Okay, now let's move on to the last part, which is, do you agree or disagree that high school students should be obligated to learn how to play a musical instrument? Oh, that was a typo, Cindy. Don't worry. Yeah, I thought it was a typo too. So do you agree or disagree that high school students should be obligated? Obligated means it should be mandatory. They must do something. They have to. It's a must to learn how to play a musical instrument. It's a must to play a musical instrument. Do you guys think so? Should they or should they not learn how to play a musical instrument? Yes, Mike, let's meet up after the holiday. Yes. So when we study for part 5 of TOEIC speaking, there are certain scenarios that you have to be prepared for. One is working for a company called ABC Company in the marketing department. Okay. So you are like an employee working. Let's say you're an employee. That's like a work scenario. And then you need to have a business scenario. You have your own business of a chicken restaurant, right? That's the business scenario. And there's the school student scenario, where, when I was young, when I was in high school, scenario, and your residential area. And this one, you have to talk about like living in a big city versus living in a small city. So these are some of the scenarios that you should be prepared for the test, because they often ask some like questions related to those topics. And this time it's about like student scenario. It's about when you were as a high school student, did you or did you not learn how to play a musical instrument? And was it beneficial for you? Was it good for you or not? That's the question, okay? And Hyun says, I disagree. Harley says, I think learning how to play musical is good. Okay, it could not be made compulsory. Okay, yeah, all right. And there are several reasons. The first is it's unfair for high school students to play a musical instrument. Why? Oh, I'm good at playing. Oh, okay. I guess so. Yeah, like not everyone is good at playing. And they shouldn't be obligated because high school students are under a lot of pressure from studying. That is so right. Yeah, in Korea, when you're in 12th grade, which is the last grade in high school, they are really pressured because they have to study for the national test. And in order to get into college, they have to prepare so many things. So I doubt they would have time to learn how to play musical instrument. That is so true. Mm. And even have no interest in musical instrument. The second reason is that high school students nowadays are very busy with their homework and deadlines. I know they have so many things to do, right? They have to, make programs. Like they have to learn coding and stuff. And most high school students have to go to school all day and go to some extra classes in the evening. As a result, will have no time to practice musical instruments. That's why I think so. I also think so. Actually, I have no talent in music or playing musical instrument, but as a child, my parents, my mom actually made me learn how to play the piano, like most Koreans do. And when I was in the States, I was a part of an orchestra, and I got a chance to learn how to play a flute. Flute, yes, flute. So looking back, I wasn't so talented. I don't have the musical talent, but still, like because I learned how to play the piano and how to play the flute, I can understand music a little bit more than, if I hadn't learned anything, I would understand nothing, right? So it was, I think, helpful to make some kind of a background for me to understand like classical music or jazz music. But yeah, well, anyways, I totally agree with most of you on high school students have so many things to do. Aside from like, going to school, they have to go to more institutes and academies in Korea. Like they have to be focusing on math, English, science, like those kind of things. So I doubt they would have, unless you want to be a music major, right? So in this case, the question is saying it should be obligated, meaning it should be mandatory. It must be something that I have to do. And I see why most of you are disagreeing on that. Very, very passionately. You guys are disagreeing. Lulu, I disagree that students need to be pushed to learn the musical instrument. That's the right way of saying it. Just being pushed, being obligated. People have the motivation to do something is because they like it. If you ask someone to do something that they don't want to do, will make them hate, will make them hate music or make them hate instruments, right? Know how to handle with their stress. Many students get stressed out with their studying and they don't know how to relieve the stress. Music can be the one that can be helpful to relieve their. Guys, the thing here is, okay, in order to make it simple, this is what I'm going to do. I always talk about give an example story, right? So the story has to start by saying when I was in high school. Just be easy, go easy with what you're saying. Don't try to explain anything. Just talk about how you were in high school. Like most of you, I believe, were like very busy studying whatever, didn't have much time to study other thing or learn how to play musical instrument, okay? You could say I like to listen to music, but I didn't have time to learn it, and still, I like music, so I don't think they should be obligated, okay? All right, so you do not have to explain anything, guys. For part 5, you do not have to explain anything. Look how I do it. I just give an example. I disagree that high school students should be obligated to learn how to play a musical instrument. And there are several reasons to support my opinion. And most of all, I think it is unnecessary. For example, when I was in high school, I had to go to school 8 a.m. in the morning and I had to study until 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. in the afternoon. And at school, I had to study so many things. I had to study math, English, science, and on top of that, after school, I had to go to many academies and institutes because I had to study harder in order to get into good college. And there were so many things to do as a high school student. I had to write a report essays like every week, and I had to, participate in field trips and stuff. I had no time to learn a musical instrument. Of course, I loved music, so I listened to lots of songs and music, but I never learned it. But there was no problem, and that's why I think so. And like what you guys were saying, I said the same thing as if I actually experienced it. I said, when I was in high school, this is what I did, and this is what happened. And that's why I think, it's unnecessary to learn a musical instrument. I just listened to music, and that was just good enough. And I said, well, you guys know the word in addition, right? Or you could say additionally. But when I was talking, I said something like on top of that. Okay, so it's in addition. It means the same thing. Additionally, in addition, on top of that, I did something. Okay, so that is the disagreeing party. When you disagree that they should learn something, then, like musical instrument, you strongly disagree on this. Like that. Yeah, it's just fine. First of all, most of all. But if you are planning to just say one reason, then just say most of all. Above all, most of all would be fine. Okay? But when you're saying first of all, it seems like you're going to go for the second one and the third one. So it is okay. It's not like they're going to deduct any kind of like score for that, but still it's better to say most of all or above all if you're just going to say one. All right, now I'm going to give you an answer for the other side, of the other party, where people say, yeah, they have to learn. Okay, so I agree that high school students should be obligated to learn how to play a musical instrument. And there are several reasons to support my opinion. And most of all, I think it is good for them. For example, mentally and emotionally. For example, when I was in high school, I was a bookworm. I loved reading books. I always stayed home. I always stayed in class. Even during the recess or break time, I never went out to hang out with my friends. So I was a loner. I didn't have much friends. I wasn't able to hang out or like get along with others. But then I had to take a music class once a week, and I had to learn how to play an instrument. And I learned how to play the drums. Actually, when you play the drums, you can't play the drums all by yourself. You have to cooperate with others. And in order to, be a part of that, whole group, I had to learn how to cooperate with others, how to support others, and how to get along with others. So for me, it was really helpful to learn how to play the drums. So that's why I think so. Okay? So I never learned how to play the drums, guys. I do not know how to play the drums. But I always tell you guys, if you want to be a good speaker for TOEIC speaking, you have to be a good liar. You have to be able to lie about whatever thing that they're asking for. So I lied. I'm sorry, I'm a liar. I lied about, knowing how to play the drums. I never learned how to play the drums. But still, I chose the instrument drums because, drums are something that you can't play alone, right? Drums, what they do is just make the rhythm, right? Of course. Sometimes. When I watched the movie Whiplash, they played the drums all by themselves, but still, it's an instrument where you have to cooperate with others. That's why I chose drums. So I learned how to play the drums, and normally when you're playing the drum, it's not one drum, but it's many drums. So I learned how to play the drums. I wasn't able to play drums by myself. I had to cooperate with others, right? You have to cooperate when you're playing music. It's not about you yourself alone. Like when you see people playing as an orchestra, there's a harmony. They have to be very harmonic. They have to do everything together. There's a certain timing that they have to keep. When somebody, like one person doesn't keep the timing right, the whole music fails. The whole performance, it goes into failure. So, it's all about cooperation. So that's what I wanted to say. I learned how to cooperate. I learned how to support others and get along with others. Whereas I used to be a bookworm. I only read books. I only did things by myself. I had no friends. I was a loner. Loner. I was a loner. I had no friends. I had no friends. It's a little different than being bullied. William, take my experience, for example. That's good. Oh, you didn't like music at all. It sounds like real experience. It's making me curious. Give me more. Tell us more. I learned how to cooperate. I learned how to support others. I was able to get along with others. I was able to make friends. I wasn't alone anymore, right? My music teacher asked me to play an instrument, William, an instrument as the final grade, and I got a bad grade on music score. Whereas I found the ability to play music didn't help me find a job. Oh. It doesn't help me find a job, that's true. It doesn't help me find a job. Okay. No more? No more ideas? Okay. Well, I gave you both of my answers. Yeah. And whether you agree or disagree, it doesn't matter. I mean, they're not going to give you more score for agreeing, or they're not going to give you more score for disagreeing. Don't worry. As long as you provide a good, reason for it, either one is fine. I got a question here. So we better say most of all if you're going to give a story, right? Or we don't have enough time. It's not about giving a story or not. It's about just giving one reason. Giving one reason. So here's the first step. Give an opinion by reading a part of the question. Okay? 2, there are several reasons to support my opinion. Now memorize this. Just memorize the second sentence, okay? And most of all, one good reason. Just provide one good reason, and that's it. You don't have to say 2, 3, 4 reasons. Just provide one good reason. And the fourth part is, for example. Provide an example. An example story of your own. And that's why I always say it's all about your experience. And the last sentence would be, that is why I think so. This one also you should memorize. Hello, Shimnan Kaur. Love from India. Indian people, you speak good English. I mean, you guys should have no problem getting good scores on TOEIC speaking. But I hope my videos could help you out, like learning what TOEIC speaking is all about. Love from Korea. Okay, so that's the 5 steps that you have to follow through. Okay? All right, so guys, today, let me show you how I look. Okay, so This is how I look today, actually. This is the Korean, traditional clothes called hanbok. And I wore this because I wanted to give you a big, nice 절. This is a bow that we do on the New Year's Day. So guys, I hope you had a good time with me today. It was the very first show of 2022, and I hope it could help you get ready for, the next test, the upcoming test. And it's going to be our Lunar New Year's holiday soon, next week. So that's why I'm wearing hanbok, and I'm going to give you a big bow. 새해 복 많이 받으세요. Happy New Year, okay? Yes, and may all of your wishes come true. And I will see you next month, and we will announce the exact date through the community on YouTube channel. Well, stay safe, be safe, and love you guys. Thank you.